Hello, welcome to this demo. I'm Juan Chaparro, the CEO and co-founder of Pipehire. I'm going to spend a few moments with you teaching you and showing you how our platform works. Pipehire is going to help you in three ways. First, helping you hire the right employees by reducing the time to hire and cost by 75%. Second, it's going to help you manage your employees better by organizing, streamlining your recruiting and onboarding processes so you can grow headcount and revenue. And three, we will help you retain employees longer by keeping them engaged with your company and reducing turnover. So now let's get started. All right, under the employee section, you will be able to see all of your employees or candidates that are in different processes or stages of your hiring. So you will see here a full list with their name, their email, their phone number. Now you can also filter by status. So for example, let's check who's on the onboarding stage right now. All right, we got all these people on onboarding. Now let's take a look at somebody's profile. So you will click on the little eye, and that's gonna bring you to this section where you will see somebody's profile. And a couple of important things here is that you will see the employee full data. You see how many days they've been employed, leaderboard position, and most importantly, you can see their attendance as this year. So you can see that this person has used 5 days out of the 10 vacation days. This person has been absent 3 days out of the 8. And basically you enter records right here of all the different attendance events, and you can just click here, select the day, the time, and then you could say, what's the reason for the attendance record. And you can also say partial when it's half of a day or when it's a holiday. All of that is customizable right here. Also on this profile, you can see the last compliments they've received from customers, and as well the latest complaints they've been getting. And lastly, you can see a section of workshops, so you can track all the trainings and workshops they've attended to. And last but not least, here on the employee section is the import area. So basically you will put in their names like this with their information. You can bring this from an Excel document, or you can enter it manually. And then once it's there, you just click import. And this is going to basically bring all the employee data into the system, and you're going to be able to then continue managing those people from that point on. When you're on the employee's profile, you can do basically a couple of things. Besides looking at their information, you can click on Edit Employees Profile to see even more. So for example, here you can see that obviously we have all her information that has entered initially through the application they submitted. We captured birthday and employment started. All of that is automatically entered here, but in case that you don't have it for a particular employee or an old employee, you can add it manually. These two dates are very important because they're going to trigger birthday reminders for you and your team, and as well employment started is going to trigger another alert so you remember about those. You have the notes section tab where you can enter any type of notes after meetings, one-on-ones, etc. You have the onboarding stage or tab where you can see all the process of the onboarding that they went through. All this full list is fully customizable, so you can make sure that all the processes are streamlined and organized. Documents section allows you to track documents that you've collected from employees that are expired or that will be expiring soon. So for example, in this case, this driver's license has expired already, and this sends you a notification here in an email, so you can then collect from this employee the new driver's license, and as well the employee gets notified. Insurance, car insurance is also tracked here as well, very important. Now if you've done a lot of trainings or you want to be reminded about quarterly reviews, you can just click here, select a day and a time, and it's going to remind you about that. Benefits, if they have some sort of benefits, you can click here and make sure that you're tracking everything that you've been collecting, that you've been offering this particular employee. And this is again a fully customizable list. And the offboarding, obviously when somebody gets fired or they need to leave, you want to make sure you're collecting all the information and steps in your process, so somebody when he's removed of the company, everything is closed and ready to go. One of the biggest areas of failure in companies, service companies, will be tracking complaints. So right here we created the system where you can track the status of a client and the status with the employee. So it's very important to solve the problem of the complaint for both groups of people. Right here we can see that we've solved this through a refund, and also we solved this through basically giving a warning to the employee. Now, when something is in red, means that there's still something pending there that we need to fix to make sure we close every complaint properly. Now, when you want to create a new complaint, you just click Add New, and you will basically select the employee, the client, and then you will continue filling this out. Right? There's complaints reasons, and you can track if he generated a review or not on the social networks. And it's very important, these three buttons here is only save, means that it's going to only be seen by the company, not the employee and not the client. And the yellow button, save and send SMS to employee, means that we're going to share the information of this complaint to the employee automatically via text message. And now right here there's this little checkbox that eliminates the details of the complaint. So they will know, for example, that they have a complaint on late arrival. But if it's sometimes a hurting message that will impact the employee's attitude for that day, we want to avoid to read a hurting message. So that's when we uncheck the box. But if we want them to read the whole message, you click the box. Once you save it here or send it, it's going to be sent a text message to employee, and they're going to get notified exactly on the issue. Alright, when you want to edit a complaint or add photos, you simply click here the pencil, and it's going to bring you to the edit section of the complaint, and you can drag and drop basically photos here. This is going to allow to keep track of exactly what happened or the resolution of it. And then click save. Okay, moving on to the management section as well, leaderboard. We can see here the names of other employees and the score rating based on complaints and compliments. This is the formula here on screen, but obviously this is my demo account, so I don't have all this data for all these applicants. But the way it works is when you're creating a complaint or a compliment, once you select the employee name and information, and then at the end you're gonna be asked about the score. So you could score something like light complaint, will be something very simple, mostly feedback to do it correctly next visit. But you can also have a hard complaint, which will be something like, they flooded a house or they damaged a TV, something critical. So those points basically end up feeding the leaderboard and creating a rating from 0 to 5, so your scheduler or whoever is in charge of the schedule can send the best employees to the right customers, making it a lot easier to manage who should be on top of our priority. And also you can, with this, play employee of the month programs or track anything related to complaints here on this page. You're growing your company and you have more people in your office, you're gonna also forget about things because you stop running the business day to day. So one of the things that I always happened to me a lot was that I forget about our insurance expirations, all of that. And right here we created company key information, and it's basically a reminder, a way to track all your important company data such as company EIN, sales tax permit, address, but most importantly, when you want to track, for example, the expiration of one of these insurances, you select a time, you select when you're going to be reminded via email, and then here you're going to basically copy and paste the emails of your company. So all of those emails get notified 7, 15, and 30 days before this expiration happens. Now on the right side here, you can put the names of the agents that are in charge of this, so anybody in your office can really say, and reach out to these people. Then once you do this, you can just click Save All, or you can create a new one completely and start from scratch. You just want to click the Yes to track expiration. This is going to help you keep organized an office without any issues. In order to keep an organized company in an office, you will basically have to keep track of employee files and HR documents. All of that can be tracked here on Pipehire's File Manager. And as you can see, each employee has their own folder and then subfolders that are created automatically as you hire and onboard people. This will allow you to basically add any payroll documentation here, I-9s, and keep an organized way on all the employees' data. You can create also new folders if you want within somebody's main folder. You can upload a file directly, and in order to upload a file, you simply just drag and drop the document here in this section, and it's going to be uploaded very easily. So this is the best way to really keep an organized way of files versus having a Google Drive shared that's always getting full. And this is going to keep one location for all your HR documents, creating organized systems and processes for your company. All right, on the account settings, we have several things. The first one is the funnel statuses. So all the stages that your recruiting and your onboarding has to go through, it's all arranged here. You can reorganize stages, move them around, delete them, add new ones. Whatever you want to do here is allowing you to organize and streamline your hiring funnel. Second, employee attributes, which is basically all the things that you want to track about an employee or series of employees. All this list is fully customizable, and you can just add anything that you want to track for your office staff or your actual staff out in the field. Here also we're gonna be able to add users. So if you have 2-3 people in your office that want to have access to the system, you just add them here and basically start tracking down everyone here, and you can make them an admin or just a user. And last but not least, here the notification section, which is all the notifications that Pipehire is sending to your emails, text, all of that is here, and you can turn it on and off and also customize them based on your preferences.